You're listening to the BarrDynasty.com podcast. Now, live from the MVP Sports Studio in Laughlin, Nevada, here's the go to the sports betting industry, Kris Barr.
This is the Overnight Lines podcast. Appreciate everybody listening in. It is January 25th, 2020. This is the podcast. We're going to call it Overnight Lines, Sports Betting, MVP Sports, The GOAT, Kris Barr, Saturday Weekend Podcast. How about that? I don't have an official name for it. I've had so many different names. Honestly, it doesn't really matter. The only thing that matters is that I win more games than anybody in this industry. And I'm going to give you some winners today. I'm going to give you a lot of free picks. And if you want to get on my service, I'm doing $100 for the weekend. So it's going to be picksbyemail@gmail.com. Just email. No free trials. People keep writing me. They want free trials. No, it ain't fucking happening no more. I got a lot of clowns out there pretending that they want to get on my service. I give them 2-0, 3-0 after a couple days. And then they change their email. Or they're not really at the phone number they claim to be at. We're not doing that no more. I'm 14-4 my last 18 on client plays. If you're serious about making money with the best in the world, you get a hold of me and you pay the fucking money. Okay, it's that simple. It's Saturday. I have 4 plays today. I usually only do 1 game a day, 2 games a day, but Saturdays I've been destroying it. And I'm going to give out 1 free client play today on the podcast. So listen for that. So picksbyemail@gmail.com, or you can text 928-210-2093. 928-210-2093 is the number to text if you want to get on my service. It's $100 for the weekend, $200 for 10 days. Very simple, very easy. Don't text me asking me for a free trial. It's not going to happen. First games first. Pittsburgh at Syracuse early morning. Syracuse -6, over under is 131. So I'm going to tell you right now, I like Syracuse in this game. I think they're going to win the game. I think they should cover 6, but we're going to put them on a 6-point teaser or a money line parlay, get them down to pick them. They will win the game. I'll give you somebody else to put them with. That's just a free play. Let's keep going here. Delaware Northeastern, I don't care. Illinois at Michigan. Michigan's -4 in this game, over under 141. I'm going to tell you something right now. The way Illinois is playing and the way Michigan's playing, total different directions going on right now. Illinois getting 4 points in this game is a steal. You can get them up to +10, +10.5 at some books. You can get them on the money line, plus probably 150, 160. I don't know the current money line on it. Illinois is the better team here. Michigan is not that good. Illinois will probably win the game. That's going to be one of my upset plays for today. And one of my podcast free plays, Illinois, it's 4.5. Get them up to +5 by the half point. I think if they're going to lose this game, it's going to be a close one. But I think Illinois wins, honestly. That's just my opinion. Missouri at West Virginia. Is Missouri the biggest piece of shit team in the world? I think so. West Virginia -12 in this one, over under 135. West Virginia should destroy them. Villanova at Providence. That game's actually, let me go over the games that are currently about to start here in about 45 minutes. Okay, so Iowa State at Auburn. Auburn is -8.5 in this one. Over under 146. I can see this game flying over 146, honestly, but I'm not going to touch the over-under in this one. Auburn's lost a couple games recently, last week. I expect them to come back and win this week. On 8.5, if you can get it to 8, I would recommend a 6-point teaser, getting them down to -2, 2.5. If they're going to win, they're going to win by 3. I'm going to tell you that right now. They're going to win the game. I would do a 6-point teaser here, or I do a moneyline parlay. But Auburn will win this game at home. It's a game that they need to win. So, Miami of Florida at North Carolina. This is a client play. I love North Carolina in this spot. They've been so shitty. I've been fading them. I think they blow them out today. I think they prove a point to people that they still got a little bit of hope. Their season's fucked. I still think they make the tournament, but they're just not what they used to be. They're -6. I would do a 6-point teaser. Honestly, the client play today is a parlay with North Carolina and the other team. Who's the other team? Syracuse. So they're both -6. They're both early games. Do a 2-team 6-point teaser or do a moneyline parlay. That's the free client play of the day. I'm 14-4 my last 18. I'm going to be 15-4. That's going to win. And then I have another client play. Let's go over the games that are coming up, and then I'll mention another one. VCU at LaSalle. I don't care about that game. VCU obviously going to win that one. Lafayette at Lehigh. Don't care. All right, so going back to the Villanova at Providence, that's a client play, so I'm not going to mention anything in that one. Like I said, $100 for the weekend. I'm 14-4. I plan on 4-0 on Saturday. Last week I killed it. Every single week in college basketball, I'm the number one sports handicapper, especially college basketball, my favorite sport. I know these guys. I know what's going to happen. Fuck, man. There's nobody that wins more games than me. I just keep saying that. I need more clients. I only have 71 active clients right now. I want to get 1,000 active clients. I'm not Vegas Dave. I don't have 5,000 clients. That full of shit. That dude doesn't win. All right, so moving on here. Illinois, Chicago at Detroit Mercy. Don't care. Mercer at VMI. Don't care. Furman at the Citadel. Citadel's minus 12 against Furman. Over under 135. I don't really know much about the Southern Conference, really. But Furman getting plus 12, they must have an injury or something. I'd still take a chance with plus 12. Get them up to plus 18 on a 6-point teaser. Come on. The Citadel minus 12. Is that even correct? Jesus. That's weird. Army versus at Navy. Don't really care about that one. Clemson at Louisville. Louisville minus 9 over under 130. Louisville should have their way with them. I already got Louisville on a moneyline parlay. I think they're going to cover the 9.5, whatever it is. They should destroy Clemson. Clemson on the road, not that good. Always suspect. Louisville at home on a Saturday, ready to go, ready to rock and roll. I think they're gonna do some damage. I'd put them definitely on a moneyline parlay. Man, I wish I didn't sell picks. If I gave out free picks to everybody, it would be crazy because I win so many games. I wish I could give you guys my best plays. You just got to sign up. What's $100 if you're betting $500 a game? Honestly, seriously. Virginia Tech at Boston College. Boston College plus 4.5 at home. Over under 132. I don't really care on that one. Nebraska at Rutgers. Rutgers ranked 25th in the nation. Minus 13. Over under 141. I don't really care about that one. I guess Rutgers will win that game. I'm not messing with it. St. John's at DePaul. DePaul minus 4. Over under 146. DePaul should get the job done in that one. If I don't go into detail saying that I like it and I say that they should get the job done, it's most likely I'm not going to bet it. So am I betting DePaul today? Probably not. Am I betting Louisville on the money line? Yes, 100%. So you just got to know exactly what I'm saying and how I'm going about like what I'm saying to understand if you want to bet the game and make money, you know. But the best way to do it is to sign up with the service. I don't know how many times I got to say that. LSU at Texas. Texas minus 1 over under 142. The way LSU's playing right now, I wouldn't step in front of that team. That's all I got to say about that. Mississippi State at Oklahoma. Oklahoma minus 2 over under 137. I would say Oklahoma would probably get the job done in that one. Don't care. Colgate, don't care. Green Bay, don't care. Bradley, Eastern Michigan. App State at Coastal Carolina. Don't care. Indiana, Purdue at Oakland. Southern Illinois, North Carolina, Greensboro, Denver. I skip a lot of games because I don't really care to talk about most of these conferences. So we're going to keep skipping here. And we're skipping along. Bunch of junk games. Hampton at Radford, Columbia at Cornell. Just a bunch of junk games here. Drexel at Hofstra. Elon, New Hampshire, Liberty. Oklahoma State at Texas A&M. Oklahoma State minus 2 on the road, over under 127. Don't care. Tennessee at Kansas. Kansas minus 13, over under 129. I have Kansas on a moneyline parlay with Louisville. Not going to lie. Kansas will get the job done. TCU at Arkansas. Arkansas minus 7, over under 132. This would be a perfect spot for Arkansas minus 6. They're minus 7. On a 6-point teaser, get them down to minus 1. TCU is not that great on the road. 1-3 this year. And they're not that great overall. But Arkansas is not. They're 14-4 and 10-1 at home, but they're not an elite team at home. This is not a guaranteed win. I'm just. If I was going to bet this game, I would probably do them on a moneyline parlay or a 6-point teaser, but I wouldn't be putting a lot of money on it. I'm actually not even betting them, but I recommend if you are going to bet it, probably Arkansas, but just be careful on that one. NC State at Georgia Tech. Georgia Tech minus 1, over under 140. Georgia Tech minus 1. What is up with that number? NC State +7 on a 6-point teaser. Small. I'd go on that one. SMU at Memphis. Memphis -4 over under 140. The way Memphis got blown out the other night, I'm staying away from them right now. I have nothing to say about Memphis or SMU. So we're going to keep going here. Houston Baptist, Ball State, North Florida, Northwestern State. USC at Oregon State. This is a client play. Oregon State -4 over under 143. Get a hold of me. Picks by email at gmail.com. $100 for today. Bryant at Mount St. Mary's. BYU at San Francisco. San Francisco +3 over under 149. BYU the other night went and beat Pacific. I remember that game because I like BYU on a 6-point teaser. This is a dangerous game for BYU on the road. I know BYU is a decent team in the West Coast Conference, but so is San Francisco, and especially at home. San Francisco coming off of a loss against St. Mary's, I do believe. They're coming back at home. They're getting 3 points. I'd say 6-point teaser. San Francisco, late night. It's not a late night play, actually. Usually their games are late. This is like a 3 o'clock start, 2 o'clock start in Vegas. I would say San Francisco +9 on a 6-point teaser just to be safe. They might even win the game. Air Force at San Jose State, don't care. Georgia State at Georgia Southern, don't care. Southern Utah at Eastern Washington. Texas A&M CC at who cares? Tennessee State. Mississippi at Georgia. I really don't have an opinion in that one. Any Mississippi State team, any Mississippi State, Southern Miss, I don't touch any of them in college football or in college basketball. Don't touch any Mississippi teams. I don't like any of them, and that's something that you need to know about me. If they're playing, I usually bet against them if I'm going to bet on the game. I just don't like any Mississippi teams. Dayton at Richmond. Richmond +6.5 at home, over under 145. Richmond's 10-2 at home, 15-4 overall, but Dayton 17-2, 5-2 on the road. I expect Dayton to win the game, but 6.5 points is a lot of points in that one. Kansas State at Alabama. Alabama -8 over under 146. I don't have an opinion on that one. Kentucky at Texas Tech. Texas Tech -3 over under 132. This is going to be a podcast free play. I'm going to give out Texas Tech on the money line at home in this one. So you got a client play, North Carolina with Syracuse, 6-point teaser or 2-team parlay. And then you got Texas Tech money line. All right, so Texas Tech money line is the play. Let's keep going here. George Mason at Davidson, don't care. Portland State at NAU. Tulane at East Carolina. Santa Clara at San Diego. Don't care. Santa Clara, let me say something real quick. They're 1-4 on the road, though. That's the problem. Santa Clara 16-5 this year. I'm just looking real quick. San Diego's not a good team. Santa Clara should win that game on the money line. I'm not going to bet that game, but just throwing that out there. Grambling State, Jackson State, Prairie View A&M, South Carolina State, Alabama State, Wofford at Western Carolina. That should be a good one. Western Carolina, I heard, been doing some good things. They're at home -1 over under 148. I don't really know much about these teams, honestly. If I was to guess, flip a coin, I'd probably go Western Carolina money line. But I don't know shit about those teams. Washington State at Utah. Utah -7 over under 145. Utah on a 6-point teaser. Utah on a money line parlay. Utah should get the job done at home in that game. They really should. Washington State's not that good of a road team. 1-5 this year. So look for a 6-point teaser -1 in that one. Utah or on the money line. Keep going here. Bowling Green, Longwood, Massachusetts Lowell, Nicholls State, Marshall, Louisiana Monroe, Little Rock, South Alabama. Boise State at Fresno State. Fresno -2 over under 138. Let's be honest here. Boise State's the better team. Yeah, they're 2-6 on the road, but they're the better team. +2, 2.5. I'd say if I was to bet that one, it'd be on the money line for Boise State. +130, +140, something like that. New Mexico at Nevada. Nevada -10 over under 154. I looked it up. I don't believe that New Mexico has an injury. I don't understand why Nevada's -10 over under 154. 10 is not a lot in college basketball, honestly, especially at home when you're a good team and you're at home. New Mexico is not that great on the road, 2-4, but 10 points is just too much, I think, in this one. New Mexico +16 on a 6-point teaser. It'd be one of those small. It wouldn't be a big one. I would let you know if it was bigger. Purdue, Fort Wayne, New Mexico State, nothing. Tennessee State at Murray State. Murray State -12. Probably get the job done in that one. They should smash Tennessee State. Know a little bit about Murray State. They're decent. Utah Valley at Grand Canyon. Portland at Pepperdine, don't care. Vandy at South Carolina. Baylor at Florida. Florida -2 over under 131.5. Should be a good game. That's going to be a client play. One out of my 4 that I have, and I already gave you guys one free one. So hopefully 18-4 my last 22 at the end of the day. If I lose one, I go 3-1, 75%. Nothing wrong with that. But just pay $100 if you want to know what I'm doing, or follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, whatever. And just continue to watch my videos of how I win every fucking game pretty much that I give out in college basketball, and just continue to sit there with your dick in your hand, not getting on my service. Getting on someone else's service and getting a dick up your ass is pretty much what you've been doing, because the other services don't win games. They don't know nothing about discipline. They don't know nothing about college basketball. And that's just being honest. I'm being just honest. People in this industry don't care about the client. They care about getting your money and not giving a fuck. I'm actually different. I like to help people. I change lives. I give them winners. I have a video game store, which I put a lot of time into, but I take a lot of time to know these teams and know what the fuck I'm doing. Notre Dame at Florida State. Florida State -9 over under 141. Florida State money line. They should get the job done and put them on a parlay. Did I put them with Louisville and Kansas? No. But Florida State should win that game. Central Florida at Wichita State. Wichita State -11 over under 131. No. Don't care about that one. Mississippi Valley State on the road. 1-16, 1-13 on the road. Seems like they play all their games on the road. 1-13 on the road. Texas Southern -22. If you want to take your shot with Texas Southern, take your shot. St. Mary's at Loyola Marymount. And St. Mary's -9. Over under 128. Is Loyola Marymount going to beat St. Mary's? They're going to try their hardest, I'll tell you that. We're going to skip that one. I don't care. Montana at Weber State. Washington at Colorado. Colorado -8 over under 130. Is this too many points for Washington or for Colorado at home? Colorado's a decent team. Washington's alright too. 8 points. Maybe get Washington up to +14. Colorado down to -2. Maybe we can middle it. Whatever you want to do with that game, go for it. I'm not touching it. Arizona at Arizona State. Arizona -5 over under 146. I like Arizona on a 5-point teaser there. I think Arizona beats Arizona State. That's a dangerous game, though, because it's a rivalry, and it's in the state of Arizona. It's in Tempe, and Arizona State usually wakes up when they play against Arizona. But I think Arizona's the better team. Pacific at Gonzaga. Gonzaga -21 over under 142. Hold on for a second. Sounded like somebody was knocking, but they're not. Okay. Gonzaga should smash them, but I'm not touching it. Colorado State at Utah State, nothing. Seattle at CSU Bakersfield, nothing. CSU Northridge at Cal State Fullerton, nothing. UC Davis at Hawaii. And that's pretty much it. I gave you guys a few good plays. If you want to rewind and go back and catch what I gave you, I'm sure you'll hear about them later, because I do like to post when I give out free winners and free picks and all that. So remember, Texas Tech money line is the main play for Saturday, free play, and the client play, the main client play, of course. So Syracuse and North Carolina both should get the job done. Both should win. It's a client play. Hopefully you guys get on these games, and the games start in about 20 minutes. 25 minutes. So I appreciate everybody listening in, and hit subscribe, hit the like button on this channel. It's still kind of a new channel. It's just my podcast channel here on YouTube, and on the Spreaker Network. I do a live show whenever I feel like it. It's not like a set time. That's why I'm not on the radio. That's why I'm not on Fox Sports Radio. That's why I'm not on VSiN Radio or whatever. That's why I'm not on any of the radio stations, because I don't have a set time where I can sit down every single night at 7 p.m., 8 p.m., 6 a.m., 7 a.m., 8 p.m., 9, or 8 a.m., whatever. Any time of the fucking day, I cannot promise to be on the radio. I have too much going on. I got too many businesses to run. I got too much to do. I got kids. I got a wife. I got all that shit. So I got a video game store. I can't be live in my video game store, you know. That's why I'm not on the radio. I've had many opportunities. I could have been on Fox Sports Radio in Las Vegas many times, but they don't pay a lot of money. Yeah, the publicity's good, but everybody already in the sports betting industry already knows who I am. So, I'm done here. So I appreciate everybody listening. Like I said, hit subscribe, hit the like, tell your friends, hit the little bell so you know when notifications come up when my podcast comes out. And remember, don't listen to any sports handicappers that are not me, especially women in this business. The women in this business don't know shit about shit. It's pretty bad that the dudes don't know shit about shit, but the women are just way worse. I'm not going to mention any names. Kelly in Vegas is one of the worst handicappers to ever live as a woman handicapper. If you just go with whatever she says, go with the opposite, you can profit lots of money. Thanks for listening. Check out my website, krisbarr.com. Here in the next couple days, I'm going to start getting that back up. And I'm going to try to do daily podcasts. We'll see what happens.